that sound. I knew I was gonna like this album. Did not expect this reference. Love the screaming. Was delusional enough to think that going into this album, I would not be called out so violently. However, here we are. Welcome back, friends. I did a poll on my community posts asking what album you wanted to see me react to next. And while they were kind of neck and neck for a while, as you can see from the title of this video, there was a winner. So today I'm gonna be listening to Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party by HAYLEY Williams. I've been very excited to listen to this, so it's been kind of hard to avoid it. There are a couple of pieces of songs that I have heard because it's been really hard to avoid. I definitely heard Mirtazapine, and I think True Believer is the other one that I've definitely heard the most of. But again, I haven't actually listened to these full songs, so I am still gonna listen to all of them in this reaction. Plus, I haven't looked at the lyrics at all, so that'll be fun to break down and will still be brand new for me. I was a big Paramore fan in high school. I mean, I still am a big Paramore fan, but I was in high school in the 2000s and they really just exploded and were exactly the type of music that I was listening to at the time. So I've always loved HAYLEY Williams, her voice and the way that she writes music. Her solo stuff has been really, really cool to see how she has expanded what types of genres and what vocal abilities she has as well. So I've definitely been looking forward to getting into this one. This is a hefty track list. We have 20 songs. The runtime is about an hour and 6 minutes. So I will be adding some commentary, but to keep this brief so that I don't have like 6 hours of footage to edit, I am not going to be deep diving into the lyrics to a crazy extent. I really just kind of want to capture my first reaction and my first few thoughts as they come to me. I can always break stuff down further in other videos if that's something you want to see me talk about. And by the way, this doesn't mean that I'm reacting to this instead of Lily Allen's newest album. I'm just going to be doing that one after this one. So fear not for the people who voted for Lily Allen, because I definitely want to hear that one too. And one final disclaimer before we jump into this album. I'm aware that HAYLEY Williams is discussing breakdown of a relationship. I totally understand people are going to speculate. It's something people like to be curious about. For me, it's always about the music first, the art, and then the emotions that it evokes and what emotions the artists themselves are exploring. I don't really care so much about the artist's personal life, and I also don't think you really need to know about all of that in order to understand the music and relate to it. At the end of the day, art really is kind of like a mirror, and we're all gonna see things in it that we need to see or that we want to see. The only time you'll hear me refer to an artist's partner or personal life is if they've been forthcoming about it and it's something that they are really trying to communicate with us. Anyway, little rant just to say you're not going to hear me talking about that stuff here. I'm sure there are plenty of channels that go into the more gossipy side of celebrity culture. I think it's human nature to want to know those things, so I'm not trying to judge. Personally, that's just not what I'm trying to do with this channel. We're going to focus on the art first, always. Looking at some of the credits for these songs, we're seeing the writer-producer Daniel James a lot, who is not someone I'm familiar with, but is a name I've recognized on some of HAYLEY's previous albums. And for the most part, the songs on this album seem to be the two of them. There were a few here and there where there's a bunch of other writers on. We're just gonna jump straight into it because we have a lot to listen to. Track 1 is called Ice in My OJ. Groovy.
I'm spinning circles and I can't deny. Floating on your love like a butterfly. Got me jumping inside, thinking about you. Felt this way.
That bass is so fat.
Thinking about you.
Wow, what a strong start. Short and sweet. I didn't realize how short this first song was, actually. I probably should have looked at the times, but okay. I love the screaming. I've never heard her voice do that. She obviously was in a band that was heavier before. That is so much fun to hear from her. The pretty kind of floating voice on the rest, and then the really, really harsh scream. It's almost like a screech. Wow. The vibe is crazy. Okay, I'm very excited to keep going with this. I knew I was gonna like this album. Wow. Okay. Track 2 is titled Glum. I might recognize some of this, but I'm very excited to listen to this. This one is 3 minutes, 11 seconds, so we're a whole minute longer than the first song. Ooh, that guitar's so crisp.
In the wake of your sunshine.
Ooh. I love what her voice is doing.
Never felt so glum.
Is there an effect on it, or is she just doing a voice?
Think I'm made up of moonlight.
There's like a double and an effect on it.
Quite as far, but I still show up. Stick around for
Wow.
someone.
That harmony. Ooh.
Stick around till dawn. I wonder, do you ever feel so alone?
Oh, there she is, full voice.
Oh. And when you look around and nobody's home,
Oh,
don't you wanna go back to wherever we're from,
ooh.
spaced out at a stoplight.
I love that vocal effect.
Cars laying on their horn. Hey man, roll down
Ooh.
your window. The light's already yellow. I wonder, do you ever feel so alone that you get alone?
Gorgeous chorus.
One would know. And when you look around and nobody's home, don't you wanna go back to wherever we're from,
Bridge. Ooh.
On my way to 37 years, I do not know if I'll ever know what in the living fuck I'm doing here. Does anyone know if this is normal? I wonder.
Oh, that ad-lib. That song is a little too relatable for me to want to comfortably break down in this video. Wow. She's so good. She's so good. I'm actually just speechless right now. Probably not good for a reaction video, but wow. I'm afraid for the rest of this album now. I feel called out. Okay, let's carry on, I guess. Track 3 is called Kill Me, which I'm hoping has a positive spin to it. Okay, the bass on this album is crazy.
Elders, daughters never miss their chances to learn the hardest lessons again and again. Carrying my mother's
Being called out.
torment. I think I'm where the bloodline ends.
I'm being called out directly.
I'll never do the right thing again. Go ahead and kill me. Can't get much stronger. Find another soldier. Go ahead and kill me. Can't get much stronger.
This is the new anthem of my life, I guess.
Eldest daughter comes to stop the cycle.
Yep.
A job you never asked for is paying in dust.
Yep.
Setting down your mother's torment.
Yep.
Save yourself or make room for us.
Yes.
'Cause either way we live in your blood. Go ahead and kill me. Can't get much stronger. Find another soldier.
Yeah.
Another soldier.
Yep.
Go ahead and kill me. Can't get much stronger. Find another soldier. Another soldier. Go ahead and kill me. Can't get much stronger. Find another soldier. Another soldier. Go ahead and kill me.
Oh, I love that.
Find another soldier.
I love that high harmony. Okay, so long story short, she wrote that song about me. Wow. I've always related to Hayley Williams in her lyrical content. Somehow was delusional enough to think that going into this album, I would not be called out so violently. However, here we are. Facing myself. Being an artist, your job is to hold up a mirror to the fans, the listeners, and holy shit, is that what's happening right now? You're not getting much more lore than that, but woof. Track 4 is titled Whim.
Baby, take it easy. We're starting something new. Listen how the heart beats. It always tells the truth. Baby, take it easy. One following a whim.
Ooh, I like how her voice sounded on that.
And listen how the heart beats, lying next to him. Bare feet on the concrete, freckles on your knees, searching for a bloodstain, bandages are clean. Baby, take it easy, following a whim. Listen how the heart beats, lying next to him. I want to be in love, to believe in us, sense of touch.
Okay, I have heard this part.
To be in love, to believe in us, sense of touch. Baby, take it easy.
This one's pretty.
You're always on the move.
Ooh, I like the backing there.
Something in the stillness gets you to the truth. And I know you took a beating. I know it's all a risk. Still be singing to you long after we're dead. I want to be in love, to believe in us, certain sabotage.
Oh, I love that melody.
To believe in us, certain sabotage.
Ooh, I love the layering. Wow. This one too, it's like a very simple message. She's saying, you know, I want to believe in us, but it's just not working. There's those lyrics like, baby, take it easy. You're always on the move. Something in the stillness gets you to the truth. And that's like when you stop, you start to feel things that maybe you're trying not to let in. And so keep it moving, keep going is a great way to distract yourself from the things that aren't working. But there's a lot of lyrics in here that make it seem like things kind of were going well. And then there was maybe like a mental sabotage thing happening from either party to kind of make it fall apart. And there is a yearning, this longing in the sound as well. My God. Yeah, these songs are excellent. Track 5 is titled Mirtazapine. I definitely have heard this one before, but it's been a long time and I wasn't really like focused when I heard it. One thing though that I will say that is a little bit of lore is that I've taken Mirtazapine and it was not a good experience for me. I loved how it made me feel. I felt like I was on performance enhancing drugs. However, it made me so hungry. So it's not a one size fits all. And I don't think that she is like putting a medication on a pedestal by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, use your brains. Just because something works for her doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody else. I have no doubt that it has changed her life because when it is the right fit, I think that particular medication is extremely good at what it does. So, Mirtazapine. I love that. I love that, going back and forth.
For when the heart's a sinking stone that's smashed and fusing to your bones. For when you're crying at the sky and losing all your appetite.
See, I told you, it makes you eat.
In a screw cap bottle to grant me temporary solace. I could never be without her. I had to write a song about her.
She's lucky that this is one of the medications with a cute name. Back.
You make me eat, you make me sleep.
Ooh, I like the tone of that guitar.
You let me dream, you let me dream. Mirtazapine, you make me eat, you make me sleep.
Yeah. Okay, more screaming. I want more screaming from Hayley Williams all the time, always. Wow. That was definitely one of the heavier songs so far, which I really enjoy. The other ones have been a little bit lighter, a little bit more like wistful maybe in energy. And this is push moshing at the Hayley Williams show. I'm loving this album so much at this point. We're not even close to halfway through and it's just been so good. Track 6 is called Disappearing Man. We have 3 minutes and 29 seconds. Let's get into it. Ooh. This feels very early 2000s already.
Understand how you feel abandoned at a depth you would never share with me, and had no choice but to surface and surrender.
These chords.
Disappearing man, you could really have anyone, and you had me. Why'd you let go? You let go.
Oh, I love
You
that.
could really have anyone except for me, I suppose. Just like I said, I had to come up for air, 'cause I know better.
There's such a late 90s, like early 2000s sound happening here. I love that layering. has so much vocal power. Ooh, lyric flip. Wow. Okay, we definitely have a distinct late 90s, early 2000s sound happening that's like really permeating all these tracks so far. It still feels very fresh and now. I'm not saying that it sounds dated. I'm saying that there's an inspiration that I can only describe as the sound of listening to music in the backseat of your mom's car. Like as a kid in the 90s. Taylor's Oldest Time, a story we know all too well. She's just so good at writing melodies that stick with you and creating this pocket that like you could just loop that groove over and over again and never get tired of it. Like that drum beat and the sparkly bright guitar, like I could just live in that vibe, honestly. I love it. I really do. Track 7 is titled Love Me Different. Wow. Ooh, this reminds me of something. What is that reminding me of? Why is there almost a reggae vibe to this? Definitely. Definitely. Oh, heartbreaking. That's so catchy. Oh. Someone's gonna love me different. What a fun groove. Wow. Someone's gonna love me different. And she'll get that. Oh my God, she's Hayley Williams. Yeah.
Two prescriptions, no good routines. Guess I'm the one who's gotta love.
Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, that's how it works.
And they scrolling up to 3. Alex reads tarot, reads the shit out of me. Now I'm the one who's gotta love me different.
I'll be honest, I've personally never resonated with her readings, but I guess this is who they're for. Ooh, new lyrics. Yep. Yes. Yep. So cute. Oh, such a fun, cute little bop. She's something quite sad, but the message is so clear and so real. I think we hear this trope of like, the next one's gonna love me better. But it's like, no one's gonna love you better. They're gonna love you differently. Everyone is going to be different. I love to see the reflection and the personal growth and the reality check. You know, she's like telling herself, she's like, endless therapy. I'm taking my meds, but I need a better routine. I need to change things if I want things to change. And I love this. I think this is a really important song, probably for her and her process and her healing. But for a lot of people, I think this is a really cool one to have in the mix of this, and set to an upbeat vibe. It's inspirational rather than like a drag. Track 8 is called Brotherly Hate, which obviously the expression is brotherly love. So I'm curious to see how she explores this.
Brotherly love, brotherly hate. Don't it sometimes feel like the same?
What did I just say?
However you bend, however you sway, furious roots just won't give way. I've been laid out on your lips, carved my name into every one of them. No, please don't fall, please don't break, please stay strong for all of our sakes. Are you Siamese twins? Are you headed to waste? Just asking for a friend. You can make each other small or make each other great. If you think that you could give more than you could take, nick your hand, spit into it, shake hands. That's how you do it.
I love that sound.
Don't it sometimes feel like the same thing? You could pick up the phone, you could pull up to his house, you could find out you're alone if you keep fucking around. You say that that's your brother, you'll always come around, you'll always have each other. Not if you never pick up where you let down. I love one like a brother, I love one like I'm down. Let's get this shit together, motherfucker, sick of missing out.
Yes!
Brotherly love, brotherly hate. Don't it sometimes feel like the same thing? However you bend, however you sway, furious roots just won't give way.
Wow. That 808. Ooh.
Pick your hand, spit into it, shake hands. That's how you do it. Nick your hand, spit into it, shake hands. That's how you do it.
Ooh. Okay, so that was kind of like a blood brother thing, and like I think she was using brother to refer to like someone she's very close with, but like relationship wise, and that like they're so entwined with each other. I think I could be wrong. Maybe I'm picking up on the wrong thing, but yeah, the like I love one like a brother, I love one like I'm dumb. Let's get this shit together, motherfuckers. Hard to say specifically what she's referring to, and maybe if I knew more of her lore, I would know. But also, like I said at the beginning, not my goal all of the time. But this song slaps. Holy shit, the screaming. Back vocals are so cool. They're so cool. Nearly at the halfway point now. Track 9 is titled Negative Self-Talk, and I am afraid of this one. That guitar is really pretty. The tones of everything are just so smooth.
Negative self-talk, a veteran self-talk, etc. On and on. I'm sick of hearing myself talk.
Real.
A long walk between the car and the house. I just sit behind the wheel till the battery runs out.
Yep.
Home is where we were loud. Used to sing down the hall to your signature sound.
Oh,
Now it's just so quiet.
oh, that
I
hurts.
hate this gorgeous house. Can hear my heartbeat over emptiness now. Chorus of my worship
violins. There's such a nice new vibe. I love that flip at the end, that she will never hear it. She won't hear it. She's not accepting it anymore. That bridge, I am Vasilisa, guide me through the night, the like, nothing more will enter me but light is such a powerful sentence. Like, I'm not letting the negativity in anymore. I'm not letting it be created inside of me anymore. Wow. That was so groovy, but in a different way. I loved the strings in there. It brought like a new vibe, a new feeling that felt fresh but still fit into this landscape. And we still have just tight but groovy drums on every single track so far. It's so good. We have arrived at the halfway point of this album. This is track 10, and it is also the title track, Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party. I am curious to get a bit more information about this title track. I think it's cool that it's placed perfectly at that midway point. I think it'll inform the past songs and the songs going forward. So let's jump right into it. Ooh.
I'll be the biggest star at this racist country singers bar. No use shooting for the moon. No use chasing waterfalls. I'm the biggest star at this racist country singers bar. No use shooting for the moon.
I know she has said who that is. And duh.
Can only go up from here. Can only go up from here. Can only go up from here. Can only go up. Can only go up. Can only go up from here.
So simple,
Go up from here.
so effective.
Go up from here. Can only go
Tight drums again.
go up. I'll be the biggest star at this bachelorette party bar. No use shooting for the moon. No use chasing waterfalls. Can only go up.
That backing vocal is so pretty.
Can only go up. Can only go up from here. Can only go
It takes up so much space.
Can only go up from
So it's like, I'll get into her head, hey?
Can only go up.
A little bit of lighter.
Big for my bridges.
Okay, we're coming back down now.
Too big for my fishes. The sea got shallower every day. I danced, I said my prayers. It never rained. I'll be the biggest star at this fucking karaoke bar. No use shooting for the
We've lowered the bar a bit.
no use chasing waterfalls. I'm the biggest star at this fucking karaoke bar. No use shooting for the moon. No use chasing waterfalls.
Cool. That one was just simple, crisp. She's kind of repeating the same thing over and over again, but like the message was very clear that like shit got way up to her head and she needed a moment to be like, hang on. Ground yourself. Can be the biggest star at the karaoke bar. Maybe you shouldn't care about being the biggest star at a racist country artist's bar or like a bachelorette party among like what you're assuming are friends, right? Like that shit shouldn't matter. Track 11 is titled Hard. Ooh.
The way you held my face, I swear I softened
Ooh.
for the very too hard. I'm too hard. I'm too hard. I'm too hard.
Okay, another one that I was not expecting to relate to so deeply. I got married once in combat boots and only listened to testosterone music. I had to kill my feminine just to do it, to get to you. I think it's a unique experience for some women. I'm not going to say it's totally unique, but it's niche, I think. Have you had male friend groups in your life that listened to heavy music, hardcore music, metal, this sort of realm, alternative, etc.? A lot of these guys care about seeming tough. They care so much about being this tough guy. And when you spend a lot of time with those people and grow to like those people, you start to do that to yourself. You start to throw parts of yourself away to fit into this weird, rigid, hyper masculine thing. And so she said that lyric, armor's heavy, never suited me at all. It's like, it's literally that. Like you're putting up these walls to seem tough when you aren't. And it's for other people to recognize something in you that's not true. And to be honest, it's probably not true about them either. A lot of these tough guys that I knew were everything but that. And it was a persona. It was this false sense of self to feel safe. And it's always a coping mechanism in my experience. Track 12 is titled Discovery Channel. Ooh, we're slowing down a little bit.
Barbaric bliss, teeth gnash when we kiss, no wound to lick, 'cause the hurt is hidden.
Ooh.
Don't you miss when I used to smile, blood on my lips, you start to cry. Barbaric bliss, the hurt is hidden. You and me, baby, ain't nothing.
No way.
So let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. So let's do it like they do.
Did not expect this reference.
Your turn. The hurt is hidden. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. So let's do it.
A Bloodhound Gang reference in 2025 is insane. And
Nothing but mammals. So let's do it.
wow.
Like they do on the
Yeah.
Discovery Channel. I can't heal, you keep ripping me open.
Ooh.
I can't feel, you keep ripping me open. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. So let's do it like they do on the Discovery
Ooh,
Channel.
yeah.
You and me, baby.
Okay, so that makes sense why there were so many credits in the writing of that song, because she's interpolating a Bloodhound Gang song, The Bad Touch, and that's the whole chorus. And if you're familiar with that song, it's very stupid, it's very silly, it's very not serious at all. I won't lie, it was one of the things I thought of when I read the title, because if you're a millennial and you grew up knowing that song, it's kind of hard to not think of that when you see Discovery Channel, but I didn't expect it, particularly not when the song started a bit slower. I think what she's doing by using that though is kind of showing how maybe unserious they were in their relationship and how they didn't know how to work through the emotional aspects of it and they were just physical with each other and they just kept coming back to that. That could be what the through line is in all of that. Truly too shocked to speak. Did not expect that at all. Track 12 is titled True Believer. Now this is the one that I have heard the most of, but I haven't heard it in its entirety and with all the context of the lyrics. So we're still going to play it through because I just want to hear how it fits in with everything and get the rest of the pieces of the puzzle. But yeah, I have heard this before, for full transparency.
Torrid stumbled down Broadway, Cumberland keeps claiming bodies. All our best memories were bought and then turned into apartments. The club with all the hardcore shows, now just a grayscale dominoes. The churches overflow each Sunday, greedy Sunday morning. Gift shop in the lobby, acts like God ain't watching. Kill the soul, turn a profit. What lives on Southern Gotham?
Ooh, I haven't heard this part.
Still loves your ghost. I reanimate your bones with my belief. I'm the one who still loves your ghost. I reanimate your bones 'cause I'm a true believer.
Interesting, yeah.
They put up chain link fences underneath the biggest bridges. They pose in Christmas cards with guns as big as all the children. They say that Jesus is the way, but then they gave him a white face. So they don't have to pray to someone they deem lesser than them. The South will not rise again till it's paid for every sin. Strange fruit, hard bargain. Till the roots, Southern Gotham. I'm the one who still loves your ghost. I reanimate your bones with my belief. 'Cause I'm a true believer.
It's a heavy one. It's such a heavy but powerful song, and I think it's so important for people like her to have this voice and to use it. I'm not American, but I obviously understand the things that are happening over there, and I am aware, unfortunately, so aware of so much of the harm and the hurt that a lot of these organizations are causing. So she's talking about things like institutionalized racism, racism period, Christian nationalism, and how a lot of these ideologies find excuses to justify their hateful decisions. And at the beginning of the song, she's talking about capitalism as well, and just how everything that means something to people is disappearing. All our best memories were bought and turned into apartments. The club with all the hardcore shows, now just a grayscale dominoes. I mean, I'm seeing that in my own city as well, how a lot of these live music venues and small places where people got together and experienced something and felt something that was really important are being shut down because they are not profitable in the way that the people with the big pockets full of money just want to see that keep growing, and it's not enough for them. And to layer it all on top of itself and then have a chorus where she's talking about she's still bringing life to all of the memories she had from a place. I'm assuming this is specifically about the place she grew up in, which is Nashville in the South. And so a lot of these themes are wrapping up into how the South has changed. She still believes in what it could be and what that could mean in a good way for everybody, using the term true believer to contrast the alt-right Christian nationalism that's happening. They would use terms like that to justify their horrible stances, and say that they are the true believers of their religion. This is a really important song, and I'm glad that she was able to articulate these feelings, because I think a lot of people in a lot of cities feel this way. It's a very different world now, and a lot of hateful things are being allowed to win, which is obviously just horrible. I don't need to say that. Track 14 is called Zissou, Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, which is, I'm assuming, what the inspiration for this song is going to come from. I really liked this film when I was younger. I haven't watched it in a really long time, to be fair, so I might not get every single reference in this song, but I'm very curious to see how she ties this into a personal narrative of some sort. Again, Tight drums, groovy bass.
I keep telling you the water's fine. You show up in a scuba suit.
Interesting, okay.
So come out to the deeper side. We could be like Team Zissou. I don't mind wasting my time in my mind. You're always mine.
Pretty.
You're always mine. Keep telling you the water's fine.
Ooh, pretty.
Megan called it monster soup.
Portuguese. This is from the Live Aquatic soundtrack.
I don't mind wasting my time in my mind. You're always mine.
It's a cute vibe. It's a smooth groove. I think we're kind of revisiting some themes that we've heard earlier on in the album. Keep telling you the water's fine. You show up in a scuba suit. It's like you're preparing for the worst. When someone says the water's fine, it's like jump right in, dive right in. It's comfortable. It's perfect, you know? And I like the little references. Song also on the Life Aquatic soundtrack by the same artist that sings the Portuguese version of Life on Mars, which is what that line is from, the Portuguese lyric. Did not expect to hear that in this. That's a cute one. It's a chill vibe. Track 15 is titled Dream Girl in Shibuya, which I'm assuming will get some Japanese imagery in this song. Wow, we've really slowed down on this back half of the album.
Every now and then in a far
That symbol is so
familiar
big.
but foreign, a liminal feeling. I know you know me now like the back of your hand. But can I still get your heart reeling? Should've stayed a mystery, sipping on Japanese whiskey. I wait for you in 723 in a hotel room. I can still be dream girl come true in Shibuya. Get to the 7th floor, get underneath me. I'm always waiting for you. Knock on my door, baby. Now hold me closer. Watching an anime can always come here. Could always just stay. I wait for you in 723 in a hotel room. I can still be dream girl come true in Shibuya.
That one's pretty. That one's sweet. That one's pretty. I think that one's so specific to a memory of hers. Like she is clearly telling a very like diary-esque story of, I'm assuming, being on tour in Tokyo and meeting up with someone in a hotel room and that rush of emotions and feelings and stuff. And I'm not going to read into it too much more than that, but that one's sweet. Track 16 is called Blood Bros, which is really interesting because I feel like that was very much the theme in Brotherly Hate. So I wonder if we're revisiting the same thing or if this is going to be a completely different perspective of that type of trope. We're still on the slower vibe. which is not a bad thing, by the way. It's just different from the first half of the album.
Whatever you do, whatever you say,
That guitar's so pretty.
by now you should know I'll love you the same. Filled up to the ground,
Ooh, little drum
pour a
beat.
little out each day, till it's not quite empty, and we swim just above the drain, till we're just two fishes flipping on dry land. Hook, line, and sinker, covered in sand. Now we're just blood brothers, covered in paper cuts, with a bond like no other. Was it ever enough? Whenever you want, whenever you need, I come moving closer, or I can.
That's such a sweet sentiment. Like, I can't imagine having this deep relationship with someone for 20 years that is kind of on and off and so intertwined in life, in music, in career, in everything, and having this like undying love for someone and just being like, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do as long as it helps. And it seems like a truly unconditional love, and maybe that's why she keeps referring to it as brotherly, because it didn't work any other way. Yeah, there's a special kind of hurt in this song, I feel. Track 17 is titled I Won't Quit on You.
Stranded here on Mars, what's the odds you'd get stuck here too? It might be a lost cause. Who'd have thought there'd be so much left to lose? Come hell or heaven, angels or devils, I
Cute.
won't know. And I don't care what happens after. I won't quit on you. Lonely astronaut, it's gonna cost, but you just can't
Ooh.
beat that view.
That bass.
Wasted
Ooh.
like a god. Power off, wake up somewhere new. Now I'm an alien to you. Chaos ridden inner space.
Oh.
Turns out home is not a place. When I think home, I see your face. Up there so long, everything changed. Chaos reaches outer space. Turns out nowhere is a place.
Ooh.
Look down on a brilliant blaze. Phone home, baby, everything changed. Come hell or heaven, angels or devils, I won't know.
Those ad libs are so.
I don't care what happens after. I won't quit on you.
They're very chaotic.
Chaos reaches outer space. Turns out nowhere is a place.
I feel like this song and the last song were kind of exploring different sides of the same theme. I don't care what happens, I won't quit on you. And in the last one, it was like, I'll love you no matter what. I think out of the two, I preferred this one. But in general, I've been preferring the more upbeat songs on this album. Not because I think all songs need to be upbeat or loud, but I think I tend to prefer those out of all the ones we've listened to so far. Track 18 is called Parachute, and I may have heard this one. This is the last one on the track list that seems familiar to me. So let's see if it actually is.
Yes, I saw her spiraled hair, and I could see it, our life in a movie. And now I'm spinning my web up in the air, my spider senses. Rain's gonna fall, wash away the life I'm leaving.
Ooh.
I thought you were gonna catch me. I never stopped falling for you. Now I know better, never let me leave home without a parachute.
That kick drum is so clear. I like that electric guitar. Okay, breakdown.
Watch me fly. I thought you were gonna catch me. I never stopped falling for you. Now I know better, never let me leave home without a parachute.
That one's very cool. I think that's probably a more radio friendly one. Maybe that's why I recognize the title more. I definitely think I'd heard the chorus, but I think the track title floating around maybe is because it's more of a single. That one was really cool. I think there was some really fun sounds in there. I think she was really talking her shit at one point. Very easy to think back on things and be like, you should have said this, I should have done that. But this one feels like, she said earlier in one of the songs about how the words just are spilling out of her, and this one feels like that. This feels like it was just coming out of her. She had a lot to say. The penultimate track is titled Good Old Days, and let's see how nostalgic I get. Ooh. Well, 90s hip-hop groove.
Desire, tidal wave, I can't tame it.
Ooh.
I'm not a waterbender, can't change it. I'm thinking maybe
Oh.
I need a surfboard. You just gotta ride it out, get it all out. When you're not bad, am I allowed?
Not surfboard.
Whatever secret you kept me. Skinny divo say, do you regret me? I'm thinking maybe.
Ooh.
Should we go back, stay friends, keep all the benefits? Could sneak around like we're on tour, even if that's all you want me for. You could call me Miss Paramore.
What?
'Cause I miss you like I miss the rage, like I miss real ink on a page. Who knew,
Oh.
baby? Who knew the hard times were the good old days?
Oh.
I miss you, miss kissing your face, listen out to music we made. Who knew, my baby? Who knew the hard times were the good old days?
Real.
Have to get it out of my system. Don't like songs about letting go of the one. I'm not Stevie, I won't hex ya, but my voice may surely vex ya. For that I'm sorry. I just wanna love ya, but you won't let me. Who knew, my baby? Who knew the hard times were the good old days?
Clear as day, she's saying we could go back to how it was when we were in the band and we snuck around and no one knew. I loved that little voice memo. I just looked it up real quick and it's her grandfather. I loved the reference to like, won't hex you, like Stevie, obviously Stevie Nicks. She's like, I don't have any bad blood towards you. I just wish it could still work. And I can't get over the "you could call me Miss Paramore" lyric. That's actually like too much. It's crazy. She's crazy for that. We have arrived finally at the last track titled Showbiz. This is one of the longest songs on the album. I'm really curious to see how she wraps this all up. Oh. Wow. It's never enough. Tastes like the whole ocean. Ooh.
Exit stage left. What might be the end? Showbiz, showbiz.
That synth and vocoder is so, like, it gets you. Don't fall in love with someone you're in a band with. I think that's the moral of this story. Maybe not. Maybe she's reminiscing on these things she wished she could go back. So a lot of stuff she misses and wishes she could live in again. But ultimately, it's messy, you know? It's messy. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed this album. I definitely think I preferred the first half to the second, but there were a few in the second half that I did really, really like as well. I'm so excited to hit play on this again, start over from the beginning, and pick through what my favorite songs were. There are too many for me to pick right now, but like I said, those first 10 songs I feel like really spoke to me way more than that back half. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this album along with me. If you liked this video and you want to see more like it, please be sure to like this video and subscribe. Please leave in the comments down below what your favorite songs off this album are, and no, saying all of them is not an answer. Maybe like your top 3. If you have a top 3, give me your top 3. I feel like this was such a healing album for her, and I really hope that she is in a better place mentally. Seems like she's doing all the right things and moving on to someone who will love her different. As always, if you have any recommendations of music coming out shortly or things you definitely think I need to be listening to, pop that down below in the comments as well. I love checking out new music, and there's always stuff that I haven't heard of, and I love having recommended to me. So please let me know what you want me to listen to next, and I will see you next time. Bye.